Yes, I'm making a Cars video. If you don't like it, you can call the cops. I think I can speak for everyone when I say Cars 2 sucked ass. It was some huge spy thriller with Larry the Cable Guy instead of a heartfelt movie about a douchebag learning to slow down and smell the roses. You can imagine the writers at the studio like, okay, we need a sequel to Cars, but Lightning's character arc is done. What do we do? How about we follow his journey to winning the piston? What if we made Mater a spy and strap a bomb to him? Great idea, Steve! Promotion! I mean, come on. At least Cars 3 was a direct sequel to Cars 1, even if there was a couple parts I would personally change about it. But let's not get into Cars 3. If you want to see the movies, go watch an actual review of them, or watch them yourself, you lazy piece of shit. Well, what's up with the video title then? Is there some secret Cars 2 nobody told us about? No, but it's been right under your nose the whole time. Hell, you may have already seen it for fuck's sake. Let's see, is it? Nope, not even close. Closer, closer, but still no. Bingo! But Sky, it's a tie-in video game. It's just the movie as a game. Psh, that's how you know you haven't actually played the game. Unlike pretty much every other tie-in video game, the Cars game acts as a direct sequel to the first movie. I mean, come on. Can you name any other tie-in game that does that? I'll give you 5 seconds. But Sky, it's a licensed video game. It's going to be shit. No, it isn't. If you ask me, this should be high up there with the great licensed games like BFBB and Simpsons Hit and Run. I'm not even joking. We're gonna play the whole game today, so strap in. I'm gonna be using the secret profile name Champion since it makes the whole game harder. It's already piss easy, but at the very least using Champion makes it so you have a possibility of losing if you fuck up enough. Anyway, let's start out with our full-size playthrough of this absolute meme of a game. Lightning is doing exactly what you'd think he'd be doing, prepping for a race. Mater is hosting the Radiator Springs Grand Prix. We have Ramon, Doc, Sally...
British?
I'm afraid of lightning!
Lightning McQueen here. Let us commence forth.
Alright, here we go. We're racing the fabulous Hudson Hornet. Doc takes the inside. Sally tries to cut past us, and we fall back. Can we get our position back? Oh, we tried to jump into first place, but we just fell back. We take the inside on this turn, bump into Doc, and get our first place back. Can we maintain it? Yes. 12-second lead? That's fair. Well, kids game, I guess. We won! Eat shit, you pricks! Damn it, Sally! Lightning being a bitch-ass cheater was all a dream. And, wait a minute. That's not the cone Lightning stays in. The true Cars lore masters know that Lightning's cone is this one, number 1. Stupidity aside, Sally thinks Lightning's dream means he's ready for some competition, and gives him a whole ass laundry list full of chores to do. He goes to Max since the next Piston Cup season is about to start, but he tells Lightning that he needs to practice for the race since he's been a lazy sack of shit ever since the last season ended. Basically, he just explains the game mechanics. Win races and minigames to earn points, use the points to enter Piston Cup races, except this is total bullshit! He never had to do this last season, nor any other season for that matter, so why the hell do we need to qualify for the Piston Cup? Well, we don't have a choice. The game mechanics force us to do this bullshit. We have 2 choices. We can go to Lizzie or go to Flo's. We literally spawned directly in front of Lizzie's, so let's just go there. So, she has a ton of old postcards. Don't know how she even carried them since she's a car, but let's not think about that. Lightning hits this shelf like a dumbass while looking at them. The ass ointment hit this nut and somehow turns this fan on, blowing the postcards out the window. How? I don't fucking know. Don't worry about it.
It's a blizzard!
You live in fucking Arizona! In the desert! There's cacti there! What do you mean a blizzard? Alexa, cue the caretaker.
Don't worry, Lizzie, I'll find them. They can't have gone too far.
Oh, trust me. You'll see how far these things went as we drive around. Well, there's a postcard right in front of us. There's one on top of Ramon's, and there's one in these crates behind Luigi's. What's fucking annoying is that the save prompt appears every single time you get a postcard, and if you press yes, you have to press yes another 3 times just for it to save. So I just end up pressing no every time just so it shuts up. Anyway, now we can go to Flo's. Oh fuck, he's back. He's literally the biggest British stereotype imaginable. Listen to him.
Splendid! How fortuitous! My colleague Gerald and I were hoping to engage your attention in a little competitive excursion.
Was that English?
Oh shit. Lightning roasting British people like 15 years before it was cool. What a fucking legend. Anyway, these guys challenge us to a race around the giant hubcap. At the very least, their theme song is alright. Doesn't make up for the fact this race is still piss easy. They're actually race cars this time, but still, come on. A nearly 30-second lead by the end seems like a skill issue to me. Well, we unlock sex, but we also unlock tractor tipping. Because we're so base that we don't need sex, let's go tractor tipping like a true alpha car.
Hey, Mater. It's nice to finally be back in Radiator Springs.
I want you.
What?
Okay, it's like what, 2 p.m. by now, and this motherfucker is still asleep. What is he, me from a few years ago? After waking him up to ask him to go tractor tipping, he's surprised since, well, Lightning's a pussy. Thing is, we're fucking Lightning McQueen.
I can handle anything.
Well, here we go. It's loading. And still loading. And still loading. Oh, here we go. That loading screen took so long that it's already nighttime by the time we get to the field. Wait, why the fuck are we Mater? Lightning, you pussy. He really bailed on us last minute. I'll be honest, I fucking hated this shit as a kid and I still hate it now. I only did the first level of it here since I can't be bothered pushing carts and dealing with searchlights and all this other bullshit. Too much pressure for me and too tedious to deal with. I don't blame Lightning for bailing last minute. This shit sucks. Anyway, the loading screen takes so long yet again that it's daytime. Because we're not as base as we originally thought, let's just go have sex. Sally asks if Lightning wants to get cozy at the cone, but he gets blue balls by the groupies from the first movie. They followed Lightning home like the obsessed McQueen stans they are.
So, aren't you going to introduce me to your friends?
Yeah, this is,
I'm Mia. I'm Tia. We're his biggest fans.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! First off, aren't they minors? Second off, his girlfriend is right there! We got cancel Lightning McQueen on Twitter. This is sexualizing minors. After seeing underage car tits, Sally's somehow taking it well. Mia and Tia try to get Lightning to have a threesome with them. He tries to get out because he's not a fucking pedophile, but Sally turns it into a race, and the winner gets fucked by Lightning. Wait a second. Why is Flo joining? Hey yo Ramon, your girl's trying to cheat on you! Oh, forget it. You play Sally for 3 laps. Wait a second. This is just Radiator Springs Grand Prix in reverse. See look, you go through town, through the theater, take these turns, and end up back in town. This section is the only difference. Sally does control a little differently, but it's pretty much the same. Through the power of wanting Lightning's exhaust in her tailpipe, she wins. Being a woman of her word, Sally promises Lightning sex later on. We can't have sex now though, we have work to do. First off, there's a postcard in Stitch. Second off, Doc's out by Willie's be waiting for us. He's been waiting for an hour, despite the fact we spent a whole day cowering in fear while Mater goes tractor tipping. Honestly, this is what I like about this game's story the most. You never really got to see him be a crew chief outside the end of Cars 1. Seeing him actually coach Lightning is honestly amazing. Anyway, Doc wants Lightning to prove that he can make that turn on dirt from the first movie without getting stuck in the cactus this time. I've been power sliding through almost every turn in the game so far, so this is a piece of cake. We win just over a minute, but that track only has 2 turns. It's time to prove ourselves with a real race out here in the desert in Sarge's boot camp. Holy shit, a race with the Hudson Hornet? This'll be a challenge for sure! Oh. He's a cakewalk. Is there any fucking challenge in this game? Well, at least he can make some pretty sharp turns like I did with his shortcut by power sliding and tilting. Afterwards, Doc gives him some advice, like he actually needs it. But Lightning sees this shit. Okay, no, that's a joke I refuse to make. Anyway, apparently Chick got the Radiator Springs and is spying on Lightning. What a fucking creep. Lightning, being the overconfident fuck he is, thinks Chick is nervous, but Doc does raise a point. Chick is watching him to see what he'll do in a race, and Lightning should be focusing more on practicing than running his mouth about the competition. Doc says he's sure we'll meet him soon, which is a good coincidence, since we can go to the first Piston Cup of the season now. Let's go to Mac. But not yet. There's a postcard right here. Okay, now we go to Mac.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm pumped.
Speaking of pumped, if Flo pumps me full of any more fuel, I think I'm gonna bust my trailer hitch.
Truck shit joke. Alright, let's go to Palm Mile Speedway, where Daryl car trip awaits. Apparently, he's the only announcer this season. No clue where Bob Cutlass went, but this pretty much confirms this game as a sequel if it didn't already spell it out already. Chick won last season, everyone hated it for obvious reasons, everyone's watching Lightning this season, and the King retired last season. After a warning from Daryl, Guido's giving Lightning a quick pit stop, and look who shows up. Chick shows Lightning his ass, but because his ass is flatter than a soda can that's been open for a day straight, his joke goes flat too. After failing to keep the joke PG, Doc shoos Chick away, and Chick is most definitely breaking the pit row speed limit here. I don't know if it counts before the race, but that's still a safety hazard, douchebag. Anyway, let's race. You can't power slide in the race for some reason, despite that being a part of the movie, but we can tilt, and I can use that to cut corners a little faster. You know what's fucking annoying? Tilting is mapped to the Y button, and if I want to tilt while I'm on the gas, I need to do a grip like this, with my thumb on the A button and my index finger on the Y button. Anyway, I needed a pit stop at the end of lap 5, but I just barely got in the pit road before I had to do another lap. This is just one giant QTE, with a controller that doesn't even match the console it's showing buttons for. This is the GameCube version, but I'm using an Xbox One controller, so B is X and vice versa. After confusing the shit out of myself, wait, wow, we skipped a lap! We're 20 seconds ahead of the pack, let's fucking go! We cheated the win, but I don't fucking care. I'll probably never get that to happen again, but that was sick. Anyway, we finished chapter 1, and dear god, this one section is already this fucking huge. This is gonna be a long video, isn't it? Well, we're back in Radiator Springs, and Fillmore wants us, so let's just go there. He's out here cooking some drugs. Probably car pot for all I know. The dude's a hippie. Oh, never mind. It's lean. I love lean, man! After drinking the lean, Lightning has some explosive diarrhea, which almost sends him going 0 to 90 right into the street. Lightning, being the cheater that he is, realizes it's actually steroids and wants to use it in a race. He challenges Fillmore to a race, despite the fact he's a hippie van and can probably go 35 miles an hour at max. Well, here we go. 3 laps through the forest, and we have a boost gauge now, which does exactly what you'd expect if you played a Boost Sonic game before. Fillmore's catching up just as well as you'd expect a hippie van stoned out of his mind would do against a NASCAR on steroids. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Well, he did find his way around the track for 3 laps despite being stoned out of his mind. Actually, wait a second. Is this license plate supposed to be a goatee? I never even realized that until just now. Well, either way, we won, and Fillmore gives us lean for free. Forever. God knows how his business stays open, but that's besides the point. We can boost everywhere except Piston Cup races now. You know, just so they don't catch that we're dirty fucking cheaters. Let's head over to Luigi's next. Apparently, Lightning found tires and hubcaps around outside. Where? I didn't see shit out there but cacti, bushes, and the occasional postcard. But because Luigi has a huge tire fetish, he's upset, and goes out on a wild goose chase to get his tires back. Apparently, the tires just sorta showed up while we were here, so here we go. Pizza time. I mean, come on. That's the fucking Spider-Man 2 pizza theme. Anyway, there's 6 tires scattered around town. 1 by Ramon's, 1 behind the courthouse, 1 in Fillmore's yard, 1 in this parking lot, 1 near Mater's, and 1 by this road that goes absolutely nowhere. Then we go back to the store, which so happens to be right here. Okay, I'm bored. Let's just go back to Flo's. Oh god damn it, not again. The Brits are having the most British fight you could possibly imagine. Gold Bumper Minecraft car over here is flexing his gold rims and bumper like he's some clickbait YouTuber from 2016 flexing all of his Supreme merch. British guy from the start is mauling over it, and Lightning gets himself pulled into it with just 1 line. Now we're racing through the desert against her will. I'll be honest, this track is pretty fun despite being brought into this race for practically no reason. There's some places where you can get some pretty big airtime, and there's a lot of sharp corners you can slightly tilt and power slide through. Uh-oh. Well, luckily this game is piss easy, even in champion mode, so we win like usual, and tell these clowns to shut the fuck up off screen. Next, well...
Wake up, soldier! They're going to war! Get down the asphalt and give me 10 right now!
Doc told Sarge to give Lightning some off-road training, and now we're in military school so we could go fight for the country like the outstanding citizen we are. Lightning thinks this whole soldier thing is a joke, but Sarge is literally a World War II sergeant. He's just lucky he's from the American Army, or else that would have been a trip straight to the gas chamber. Inside the boot camp, there's these 2 SUVs who are having hot gay sex. Actually, no. They just can't even go over to Simple Hill. Lazy fucks.
Come on, you gas-guzzling sissies! I know you all got V8s. I didn't get my latte!
Oh, that explains it. They live off Starbucks every morning, are probably in thousands of dollars of credit card debt. Anyway, what we're supposed to do is an obstacle course around the camp 3 times within the time limit. This is honestly what makes this game cool compared to most other racing games. You could actually jump over shit and do some light platforming. Imagine if Mario Kart had an actual jump button instead of a little hop it has. That would be sick. Anyway, this is relatively easy. It's just that this tunnel is a bitch. If you hit the right side just right, you can start driving on the wall, the camera clips out of bounds, and you have to go to a screeching halt. This section with the wait, tires? Is that where Luigi's tires have been going? Luigi, Sarge is a fucking thief! Look how many tires there are. They're down here too. Where else would Sarge get all these tires from? Exactly. Sarge is a fucking thief. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. This course is fucking easy. Next course. Lightning is trying to be a smartass to his drill sergeant, but it goes as well as you'd expect. This course is harder, but still easy. The tire section is a little harder, but if you slow down and get into a pattern, it's easy. There's also barbed wire on this turn that does nothing but make the camera look cool, and this bridge that works half the time. Time for the last course. Lightning is getting tired. I mean, this is the dead center of Arizona. It's probably like 120 degrees out there. You could probably fry eggs with just the road if you wanted to. Anyway, there's more hurdles this time. Luigi's got his tires back, and we have some actual platforming. Oh wait, here they are. They're stuck swinging for eternity. I'll give the game this, they're actually pretty hard to dodge. Someone also took a few bites out of the bridge. Their mouth is probably full of splinters, but let's not think about that. Well, we finished. Now what? Sarge is tempting us with a car wash, food, and a garage. But obviously that's not how the military works. They're gonna go on a little drive.
Good morning, USA.
Okay, no more. The race is actually pretty fun though. It's pretty much almost exclusively off-road, and has plenty of spots where you can get a ton of air, especially this spot here. There's a ton of shortcuts everywhere, and this one is actually pretty hard to stay on. Honestly, it's more fun seeing how far you can get away from the other racers than actually racing them. After being released from boot camp, Lightning now suffers from PTSD. Whenever he hears the sound in an SUV's engine, he's immediately reminded of the war he fought so hard to protect Radiator Springs from. The game says we unlock the next Piston Cup race, but I don't want to do that yet. Let's get some postcards. There's a ton of them in the desert. There's this hidden road here which leads to the top of these rock formations, where we can do some cool platforming. I kinda wish there wasn't a kill plane down here so we can explore some more, but that's besides the point. There's a postcard here if I drop down just right. There's another postcard if I take a left and work my way around this rock formation. And there's another one straight ahead of that one. There's also this one right here next to the theater. There's also this one on top of the rocks, but I didn't feel like finding out where to go, so let's abuse some janky mechanics. Here I go, trying to jump on top of this. And after 3 minutes of trying, this somehow worked. There's also this one if you somehow make this jump over the ditch. Anyway, you'd think I go to Mac, but I say fuck you. Let's make Lightning look like shit. Ramon's shop has been open ever since the first race, and he offers a few paint jobs for us. I chose the red, white, and blue one. Okay, now let's go to Mac and start the Piston Cup race. There's no special cutscene here, but this is the same racetrack as the start of Cars 1. Also, loading screen here says Motor City Speedway instead of Motor Speedway of the South for some reason. Probably an early name during the movie's development. Whoa, 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 hey, this asshole cheated. He blatantly pushed us off the track and into the wall. Nothing a little rubber band AI can't solve. Chick, you literally slowed down for us. Our pit stop actually worked this time. We usually spawn in about 3 to 5 seconds ahead of second place after a pit stop instead of 0.5 seconds ahead of second place like we did last time. We win anyway, and Chapter 2 ends here. We spent most of our time in boot camp, but hey, making fun of shit is funny. Let's move on to Chapter 3. The game actually does something cool here. If you complete an event that takes place at night, the hub world takes place at night until you go to an event that takes place during the day. Since the last race was at night, it's still nighttime in Radiator Springs, and honestly, it actually looks pretty damn good, despite running on the GameCube instead of the 360. All the neon from the first movie is on, and quite honestly, it's an aesthetic. Flo didn't have to go this hard over a gas station. Imagine if Shell looked like it was in Vegas. That would be sick. Though to be fair, I'd also be sick if I drank out of the gas pumps there. Anyway, let's actually play the video game.
I sure hope Mater isn't waiting around anywhere to scare me, cause I'll
I lied. Now let's play the video game. Let's learn how to drive backwards. Mater promised us a backwards driving lesson in the movie, though it might have blown over your head.
Whoa, that was incredible! How'd you do that?
Rear view mirrors. We'll get you some and I'll teach you if you want.
Despite not having rear view mirrors, Mater goes ahead and teaches him. And now, we try it. We follow Mater and go backwards when he does. Problem is, we can't fucking see. He practically blends in with the road, and if he didn't have headlights, this would be way harder. Also, if you don't turn around within a few seconds of Mater turning around, you will fail. Luckily, I've practically memorized when he does it over the years, but a new player, or a kid for that matter, would suffer a fuck ton. I sure did. Oh shit, did you see that? I don't care who you are, that was fucking cool. Anyway, after you go through 2 laps of this shit, Mater thinks he got the hang of it and he tries to pronounce lightning backwards, but fails spectacularly.
Mater, my name's not Litnig.
Whoa, Lightning, you can't just say that, it's a kid's game. Also, Mater's brown. Actually, wait, no, that's just Rust. This is racist and I don't like it. Anyway, you can drive backwards at any time now. It's actually pretty fun to do on straightaways if you have a huge lead. Let's go Sheriff, who's doing a night watch for speeders, which Lightning mistakes for mosquitoes. Wait, insects are beetles in the Cars universe. What the fuck are mosquitoes? Are they tiny flying cars too? If so, what the hell were these? Anyway, Sheriff calls him out on his stupidity, and references the first movie again, where Lightning sped into Radiator Springs and destroyed the road. Though Lightning does say that Sheriff cheated because of the barbed wire telephone poles in Stanley, but Sheriff, being a cop, victimizes Lightning. Let's just be glad that there's no guns in the Cars universe. Shut the fuck up. Sheriff takes this call up, poses a rematch. If Lightning wins, he goes free. If he loses, he goes back to the impound. Sounds to me like an abuse of power, but that's just me. Oh fuck, Sheriff is actually fast? Oh, never mind. There's actually quite a bit of sharp turns here. Also, it's still dark, so it's pretty hard to see. Eventually, we go down this path and end up in an area we've never seen before. After driving through unfamiliar territory in the dark, you win.
Just what do you think you're doing, son?
What? I thought all cops like donuts.
Boo!
Sheriff threatens police brutality on Lightning if he doesn't get the fuck out of his face, so let's get the hell out of here before we get shot. Well, we can go to the new area we just raced through, Ormond Valley, where another race awaits, but let's not do that just yet. We have a little minigame we can play. You play Sheriff and chase down 3 speeders around Radiator Springs. Each level has their own speeders, but I'm only going to do the first one. What did they do? Well, 2 of them are an American, which is pretty unethical if you ask me, and the other was caught distributing cheese pizza. If you don't get it, take the first 2 words of cheese pizza and remove all the letters but the first 2 and combine them. If you don't get it, get the fuck off my video because you're too young. Anyway, chasing them down is relatively easy, but this is actually a pretty fun minigame, unlike most of the other ones so far. Tractor tipping. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here and go to Ormond Valley already. There's 2 races here. The one at the old stadium and one at the old gas station. Let's head to the stadium. Holy shit! Race-O-Rama? The whole game? In this one mission? Holy shit! Oh my god, we're too late! We could've saved him, but Mater just had to kill himself. Rip Bozo. Well, apparently, Mater's practicing for his own race, despite being a pickup truck that could probably only max out 90 miles an hour. Then again, we raced a World War II buggy in a hippie van before, so I guess this isn't too bad. He's racing at the Rust Bucket Race-O-Rama apparently, which is a demolition derby. I kinda wish they give this place a little nod with the demolition derby in Cars 3, despite being really far away from Radiator Springs. It would have been a cool reference at least for people who actually played the video games back in the day. Anyway, apparently racing here is a family tradition for Mater. Here's redneck car number 1. Because he beats his kids every day, his way of saying hi is crashing into other cars. I have no clue how this guy or any of the other guys are related to Mater, but let's not think about car sex right now. That's for later. Mater tries to get Lightning into the race, but there's no way in hell he'd race with these clowns. To be fair though, he did win a demolition derby against a school bus at death years later, so he probably will have been fine with a bunch of rednecks and Mater. Anyway, this race is actually pretty hard if you don't know what you're doing. First off, how are you supposed to see with a default view? Mater's thick dumpy takes up 3/4 of the screen, and Mater's slower than Lightning. Second, there's shit everywhere, and if you're in the pack, you need to stay away from everyone so you don't get slowed down. And you have to do all that while making sure you don't hit these walls on these turns. Luckily for me, I'm a pro Cars gamer, so I nearly lapped last place. Because I won, and because the Rust Bucket is an underground drug ring, Mater's got some more lean. Look at him jumping for joy at the sound of a fresh can of that shit. The guy's an addict. Though Lightning does feel kinda bad for Mater, seeing as he was in a fucking demolition derby. But it's Mater, so he finds that shit fun. We have double the boost now, which definitely helps us cheese the game even more. Okay, let's head to the gas station. We have these 4 guys from Queens. I won't lie, they're actually pretty funny characters original to the game. Barry over here is just trying to fit in, but the rest of them just make fun of him. Ah, Barry, you're such a mood. Anyway, they have an opportunity for Lightning. Like clockwork, they think they're the best, so you have to win a race against them. Nothing I haven't seen before. After Barry gets bitch slapped by a tire, you start the race. You race around the back roads of Ornament Valley, except you can actually see this time. You can see some big jumps and a lot of turns around this place. So it's actually a pretty fun race to go through. Eagles exist in the Cars universe? What? What the actual fuck would a bird be? Well, we won, but at the cost of our sanity. There's some postcards to grab around here too, but before that, let's complain about something that doesn't affect gameplay at all. What's with these route signs? It's clearly Route 66, but it can't be a trademark issue. We say Route 66 in the game. Also, how the fuck do you trademark a sign? Why the hell is there no 66 on the sign? It just makes no sense at all. Anyway, there's a postcard in this field in the back, which I honestly thought was the tractor tipping field from the movie as a kid. There's also this one under the bridge here, and that's it. Luckily for us, we don't have to waste 20 minutes of recording time just digging around for postcards. Next up, another Piston Cup race, but another original racetrack. Not gonna lie, this race could actually be kinda hard if the game fucks us over. Oh fuck, they're boxing me in. The game's actually gonna fuck us over. I'm actually gonna lose. Holy shit, that was close. Well, that's the end of the chapter. It was pretty short, but chapter 4 is another long one. Strap in, because this is gonna take a while. I got bored, so I went back to the menu and bought the rest of Lightning's paint jobs with the points that I got. I chose this one. It looks pretty nice, honestly. Alright, let's get back to gaming. Doc's checkup.
The prostate exam.
Our tailpipe is shitting out flames, so we go to Doc to get it checked out. The diagnosis? Fuck you. Let's race through the desert. Yeehaw! Aww. Well, let's flex on them and drive backwards in every straightaway I can find. If the game can't give me a challenge, I'll make my own challenge. Fuck you. Oh fuck. Will we actually lose this time?
No.
Babe, please have sex with my tailpipe. I'm so horny. Not now, babe. I'm winning the Piston Cup.
He did what in his cup?
And just like that, we skipped all of Chapter 4. Lightning went off to win the Piston Cup and become the alpha car he is. The end. What? That didn't happen? Okay, fine. Sex time! Lightning suggests Sally to run out a room in Wheelwell. First one there gets to be the top in the garage that night. In all seriousness, this is pretty much just one giant recreation of that one scene from the movie, and as a result, we're racing in an area we never visited before. Welcome to Tailfin Pass. It's really linear, but it has a ton of sharp turns and shit. We're racing Sally up to Wheelwell just like the movie, down to pretty much the exact same path through these tunnels and past this waterfall. After getting up to Wheelwell, they reminisce on the first time they fucked in the lobby of the motel. And look at low poly Radiator Springs out in the distance. I mean, look how low poly it is, it looks terrible. I-40 isn't even there, it's just Radiator Springs and flat land. Anyway, you can actually drive around Tailfin Pass, and apparently the British and Queens guys met up. Queens guys roast British guy. Based. And apparently we joined their race, despite not even saying a single word? Okay. Oh fuck, I missed the jump. This is an actual race now. Hey, this asshole pushed me into the rail! I missed again? Oh fuck, I might unironically lose now. Well, we made it up in lap 3 and finished backwards like the douchebag we are. Postcard time. Won the well. Easy enough. One after these two huge jumps in this narrow road. Pretty hard to find. Alright, let's go with these guys. We'll get the rest of the postcards after. These 4 douchebags were blocking the road. You probably remember them from the movie, where they opened Mac's trailer and got Sleeping Lightning out into the open highway. Thing is, Subwoofer over here is the kind of douchebag to turn his radio up so loud that everyone around him hears the from the bass. Luckily for us, we can out-douche them because we're fucking Lightning McQueen. We challenge these assholes to a race. If we win, they let us in and give us some more lean. So like, why are his teeth fucking blue? How do you even do that? How does that even happen? Alright, time to race. There's a ton of hairpin 90-degree turns here. Unless you want to hit the walls constantly, you need to tilt. You also enter this mine, where I thought bonking directly into a support beam was the right call. If this were any other game, that would be an automatic loss. But because it's fucking Cars, we save it. 2 laps and hitting this wall in this minecart later, we win by a landslide. Chromium reluctantly shits out a bottle of lean from his vending machine ass, and then awkward silence. Bruh, Subwoofer looks like he's about to cry. You brought this upon yourself. Lightning tries sympathizing with the enemy, and guess exactly what happens. Yep, they get pissy and drive off. Well, let's get the rest of the postcards. There's a postcard if I follow this path to the right of this shortcut and drive along this cliff. If I keep following this path and make this jump, there's another postcard at the end of the trail. I'll be honest, I had no clue this whole road existed when I was a kid. It was so fucking obscure. Anyway, there's 2 postcards in the mine. One behind this fence in the shortcut, and one in this wooden road at the end. We have 19 postcards. We missed one, but where? There's no more in Tailfin Pass, and I don't think there's any more in Ornament Valley, surprisingly enough. Back to Radiator Springs we go. After driving around like a dumbass for 10 minutes, we find it in this ditch near this fence. Let's finally go back to Lizzie. The postcards are floating. She also stopped responding.
Who are you?
Oh god, I may not have been far off how I mentioned the caretaker earlier. Well, stage 2 of Everywhere at the End of Time? At least? We should get out of here. This is getting depressing. There's something at Luigi's. Let's go there, I guess. We almost drive straight into this blinking tire, but we stop just in time. We apparently need new tires for a race. After suggesting the cheap-ass white walls, Lightning suggests something bigger, only for these 3 stereotypes to show up. After seeing them, Luigi knows exactly what to do, and as a result, Lightning is about 3 times as tall as he was originally. Okay, I'm sorry, but... What the fuck? No. What the fuck is that? I'm sorry. What? No. No. That is the stupidest fucking thing I've seen the whole game. I cannot take that thing seriously at all. Also, where the fuck did my paint job go? Well, we go back to the rust bucket and start a race with these guys, and we're supposed to take Lightning seriously here? Even so, you can't see at all with the default camera. Lightning takes up like 80% of the fucking screen. Who approved this? This is so fucking dumb. Okay, I'm done. I just go for the left every single time, but the monster truck controls are different from the regular controls. You can't tilt, so power sliding is your only chance to course correct yourself if you ever fall off your line. You also barely have any traction, despite having giant-ass tires that probably belong on a plane. You know what's fucking annoying, though? The music. Normally, electric guitars make everything badass, but here it's just, "This is fucking cool!" music. It's also a loop of the same 45-second song, which doesn't even loop properly. I'm only mentioning it now since the music up until now has been great. I wish I could play the copyrighted music, but that'd be a one-way trip to a copyright strike from the music labels. I do have a few of these games' tracks in my playlist, though. Anyway, we win again! Mater, where the hell did you come from? Lightning screams at him because the monster truck rallies at the Rust Bucket have a strict no-breaking character policy, like Pioneer Village or some shit. However, the race is over, so who gives a shit?
Oh yeah, right. Right, sorry.
Apparently the cutscene just ends here? I don't get it. Anyway, back to Ornament Valley we go. We don't really have anything left to do by dicking around in the hub world anymore, so we could just continue the story. Well, it's these guys again, except they ate one of them and replaced one of them with... Yeah, Chick's here. He's been spying on Lightning ever since he spotted him at Willie's Butte with Doc at the start. Lightning roasts Chick, revealing that he dropped out of school, and says that education is so important. Lightning's probably the kind of person to think that college is actually worth the thousands of dollars of debt you end up having for a whole decade straight. Barry agrees, so he promptly gets bitch slapped.
You know, I spend a lot of time in my hood, and you hit it. He hits my hood. Watch the hood, okay?
They didn't even hit your hood. What are you talking about? Chick, being overconfident, tries to challenge Lightning to a race on a road that he's not even familiar with. What do you think is gonna happen? That's right, we be a douche on the road front running, and Chick loses, despite us hitting this fucking pole halfway through. Chick starts acting like a far-right conservative and says that this race was fake news. If this took place 10 years later, he'd be wearing Mac's red hat. Lightning makes fun of Chick and obviously strikes a nerve, so Chick threatens Lightning and storms off. Strike. Storm. Lightning. Get it? Okay, no. Anyway, Mac isn't where he usually is, but he's in this event that we just unlocked. He's out driving along the interstate. God knows why. He's not even hauling Lightning, so God knows why he's out. Oh look, it's these guys around Mac on the interstate. I sure wonder what's going to happen. We start playing a subwoofer. We need to get to the side of Mac, but we gotta speed past all this traffic to get to him first. Luckily, the FRIM and TDU2 pretty much trained me for this kind of shit. When we get to him, we do exactly what you'd expect if you watched a movie. Put him to sleep. Now we play as the lean shitter to get on top of Mac and open his trailer. We gotta boost up this ramp carried by the sneezing guy to get on top of him. Now we're playing as, oh fuck, I can't see. The zoomed out camera doesn't even help when I'm trying to weave through traffic with a giant dildo spoiler. Well anyway, we gotta get 5 lightning bolt boxes out of Mac and avoid the other shit flying out. Wait a minute, why the fuck are there piston cup trophies in there? Lightning hasn't won a piston cup, what the fuck are these? Docs? Did Lightning get so jealous of the other racers that he stole piston cups for himself? What the fuck? Well, after getting the boxes and getting hit by like 3 different TVs, we win and dip. This guy sneezes and wakes Mac up, which makes him notice that he got robbed. Mac pulls over and radios Sheriff to tell him about the bad news. Lightning has no clue where Mac is that whole time, but we did unlock a new mission in Ornament Valley, so let's just go there. Lightning asks Sheriff where Mac is, and since he just radioed, Lightning finds out Mac got robbed. Luckily, he's fine, but he feels bad for losing Lightning's shit. Probably since if this was Lightning from the first movie, he would have fired Mac on the spot for that blunder. Lightning finds out that he needs that stuff for his race. Sheriff says he'll catch him, and Lightning says the funny line every shonen anime protagonist says. He goes about 140 miles an hour down the road here and Sheriff doesn't bust his ass for it. Does that make him a good cop? I guess so. And now, we chase these 4 douchebags down to get our shit back. It's a bit finicky, but hey, at least the music's a banger. Well, we got our shit back and they got put in the impound. They mentioned that it wasn't their idea to steal Lightning's shit, and they got paid off by some green race car with a mustache. Who do you think it is? It's definitely not Chick. Unfortunately for them, they're still guilty. Doc could easily put him into his courtroom and charge him just like if it was their idea to begin with. Now we know who did it, so let's hurry to our last Piston Cup race and find Chick. Doc tries to mellow him out for now, and Mac tries to sing to lighten the mood, but Doc just rolls his eyes, as should you. Doc preps Lightning like a good crew chief would, and we head out. Chick notices we actually made it to the race, and starts being a manipulative piece of shit. He claims he doesn't know what happened, when it's pretty fucking obvious he tried to sabotage. Heh, among us. Lightning's chances of winning. We go out and start the race. Funnily enough, the track is fucking tiny. Each lap is like 17 seconds long. Outside fucking up after the pit stop and changing the camera, we're in first place the whole time, sticking to our line, and we win the Piston Cup. How do you think Chick reacts to it? Ding ding ding, he's salty and making excuses. He can't use the nobody saw it strat, so he starts malding on live television. See? Look, he's malding.
How about tomorrow night? How about right here? How about tomorrow night right here?
Daryl tells Chick that the Piston Cup still runs off VHS tapes, though to be fair, that should be more than enough to prove winnings. Despite being moments away from a Piston Cup, Lightning challenges Chick again. Chick keeps malding and challenges him to a rematch tomorrow night right there. If NASCAR was like this, I'm sure people would actually watch it. Though Lightning does change the challenge, the Radiator Springs Grand Prix. He's making his dream from the start actually come true. 3 races in each part of the map, and ending off with one last Piston Cup race. Despite that this would never actually happen in NASCAR, Daryl actually accepts his challenge, and Chick starts flexing his last trophy. And that's it for Chapter 4. Let's get right into Chapter 5. We're right at the end of the game. Let's do this.
Nope.
Anyway, we're doing fucking stupid shit today since I have fucking COVID and I have nothing else better to do. What the fuck? Alright, let's just get back to the bullshit. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Did you guys see that? What? What the fuck? Why did they slow down so much? What the fuck? Hey Nelly, are you still here? Do you want to get into a call just so I don't have to talk as much, also so the stream's more interesting?
Why are you doing this?
Because I'm a fucking idiot and I have nothing else better to do.
You're sick, you shouldn't.
I can't record my script because my voice sounds like shit. I can't fucking do anything else. I can't really go outside because I have fucking COVID.
Then relax in bed.
That's boring.
Sonic 4.
No.
Why?
Just because I sound like a dying cat doesn't mean that you should bring up the dying cat music.
What?
That's loud. Tell me if that's too loud.
Are you so good at this?
Because I've been doing this 169 times already. Oh,
like
fuck.
In general. You fucked up.
You jinxed me, fuck you.
Sorry.
This fucking music. Hey Nelly, what's your favorite Chipmunks movie?
None of them.
Do you hate it because it's popular to hate?
No, it's because it's uncanny.
Mr. Incredible, is that you?
Shut.
Da 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 da.
Boop, 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 boop.
Da 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 da.
Shut up, you thousands. Shut up.
Why is he this fucking fast? He's going like 180 miles an hour. Look at him.
Nitro.
Oh fuck.
Shit. Go, go, go. Shit. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. What the f- Why did you just go backward?
Because I can.
That will probably be a blue piranha plant.
Blue piranha plant. Why blue?
Is it evil? I don't know. What?
What do you think of blue tomatoes then?
Why blue tomatoes again?
Because they're funny.
They don't exist. Blue is not a natural color.
You're just mad because I drew a blue tomato in the XP Delta trailer.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh no.
Shit.
No. Mater, you fucking cheap asshole. Fuck you. Get the fuck over here.
Cheating. Yeah. Why backwards? Shit! Oh no. Ooh. Fuck you,
Now
Mater.
don't fucking rubber band, please.
The AI is catching up after 300 laps.
Go. 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 There we go.
We won!
Final. Oh my god. I maxed out the timer. Everyone maxed out the timer.
The first part of the Radiator Springs Grand Prix starts off in, well, Radiator Springs, obviously. Mater doesn't know how cameras work, and Daryl announces the race,
Grand Prix.
Wait, why are the British cars here? They aren't part of the Piston Cup series. Well, Mater roasts Chick, and he calls him a spit cup, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, fun little tidbit here. The loading screen image is the same one as the first race, but Doc is replaced with Chick, and the background is a different color. Cool little callback. Whoa, hey, Chick clearly just pushed me up into the building. Well, this is an actual race now. We gotta catch up to everyone else. Problem is, it's hard as hell to see when you don't have headlights and the race is at night. Well, we got the lead back after a minute or so, and front ran the rest of the race. It's a pretty long race around every part of Radiator Springs for 2 laps. Takes about 5 minutes, but we win. Time for race 2 in Tailfin Pass, but I have to drive all the way there first. I kinda wish there was fast travel in the game. I know you could just travel to an event and quit out of it, but that takes 2 loading screens to do. I don't know if driving all the way there is faster or not, but I did it. I also made a quick stop at Ramon's and changed a paint job. Why? Just for the hell of it. As a kid, this one was my favorite, but looking back at it now, it looks like absolute dog shit. Anyway, we made it all the way to the race in about 3 minutes. Daryl questions the safety of this obviously dangerous track, but Mater hasn't seen anyone fall off in a long time, so it's totally fine. It's completely safe. Trust me. Chick's clearly paranoid, but makes up the excuse that there's no cell service up on the mountain. Cell phones exist in the Cars universe too, apparently. What hit me? Well, we're doing this again. I got back to front running, but I tried to tilt here and over tilted. Back to this bullshit I go. I front ran again, and I overshoot the shortcut. Now I'm fucked. I managed to catch back up to second place, but more bullshit happened, and shit got too far ahead. I actually lost a race. Well, after a restart, I got first place, but it's still the first time I actually lost a race. And now, the last race of the Radiator Springs Grand Prix. All the way in Ornament Valley. You know what that means? We have to drive all the way there. I made a quick stop at Ramon's again, and I picked this paint job, and drove all the way to Ornament Valley. Alright, now we have a race. Queen's guy ate Mater for some reason.
And we're here at the start of race number 3 of the Radiator Springs Grand Prix with Vince.
Oh, his name is Vince? Okay then. This guy stutters more than I do, and I'm trying to record a script. Obviously trying to hide the fact he likes lightning. Not in that way. And we start the race. It's pretty much the same as that one race we did a Chick earlier, but we turned to Radiator Springs a bit, and there's one less lap. We win again, obviously, and head back to Ramon for one last paint job. I chose the Dynaco one. This was another one of my favorites as a kid. Well, this is it. We go to Mac for our last Piston Cup race in Los Angeles. Mac's kinda sad since the season's ending, but Lightning isn't planning on stopping his racing career anytime soon. Oh. Well, here we go. This is another stadium from the movie. This is from the end of the movie, where Chick makes the King crash and Lightning pushes him to the finish. Well, here we go. Let's go win our first Piston Cup. No, the ones in Mac's trailer don't count. Well, my line would never be allowed in real NASCAR. Look at me. I'm hugging the yellow line. Oh fuck, they're boxing me in. I might lose. Hopefully we get back in first after our pit stop. Oh fuck, only second. 5 laps to go. We just gotta beat this one guy. Chick is right behind us and so is this guy. This is really close. We break free from the pack by sticking to our line though. Lap 8, they tried to box me in again. We fight through, and break free again. Lap 9, we lose too much speed tilting and second place catches up. Luckily, we get the front run to the very end, but with one last obstacle, the out of bounds detection. When you're over a yellow line, you have 3 seconds to get back before you get teleported back and slowed down. I just barely made it back at the finish line here. If I was behind the line for just a few milliseconds longer, I would have lost the race. Luckily, we win, after nearly giving me a heart attack, and as a result, Lightning McQueen wins his first Piston Cup. After a celebration, we go on a drive with Doc, Mater, and Sally. They don't know where they're gonna go, but they're just gonna follow the road and see where we'll end up. Spoiler alert, you'll just end up in Chicago if you keep following Route 66. And just like that, credits. The game is done, we got our Piston Cup trophy, and won all the races. Well, there's an after credits scene. During the drive, Sally asks if Lightning packed his Piston Cup trophy, which he says is in a good place, only for them to do this. He put his trophy on Doc's windowsill, right next to his 3 trophies. I don't care who you are, this shot gets me every single time. I just really fucking wish we got more time between Lightning and Doc before Paul Newman died. I wish we could have seen more of him being his crew chief, and this is why. Lightning was pretty much Doc's successor, and this proves it. Cars 3 pretty much confirmed this whole thing. Just like how Lightning was Doc's successor, Cruz was Lightning's successor. Sure, Lightning wasn't exactly her crew chief like how Doc was, but this, and every scene about Doc in Cars 3 just makes me really wish Doc had more screen time where he was just happy. I'm getting all emotional over a fucking anthropomorphic Hudson Hornet from a movie people think is just to make toys of, but I don't fucking care. Doc was amazing, and so was this game's story. It gave me exactly what I want out of a Cars sequel. Not spy bullshit, Lightning working hard for his first Piston Cup, with Doc and his friends by his side to help him out. We see him after his whole character arc being the best he can be, and getting rewarded as a result. This story would definitely need a ton of reworking work as an actual movie, but as a video game, this really does work as a sequel to the movie, and it works so much better than what the actual Cars 2 did. I consider this game to be the true and canon Cars 2 for that very reason. You thought we were done here? Let's be honest, we didn't actually do the story as kids, we just dicked around Radiator Springs like it's fucking San Andreas for 6-year-olds. Anyone else try to jump the fence into Sarge's boot camp only for this invisible wall to stop you right in your tracks? Well, apparently you could do this precise jump off this hill and just barely scrape past the barrier and get into the boot camp. Anyone else try to do stupid shit like try to drive up these train tracks only to get stopped here? Or what about trying to drive off Tailfin Pass's off look into low poly Radiator Springs? Or what about pushing these signs around, watching the physics on them do some weird shit? Oh yeah, what about these balls? There's 3 of them, 1 in each map. There's this barbed wire one Radiator Springs, this glossy one Tailfin Pass, and this ball of belts that abusive car dads used on their kids in Ornament Valley. What about pushing Mac into the street and watching the other cars push him out of the way? I know damn well everyone won 180 miles an hour into some other car just because they could. There's way more stupid shit I can mention, but that would take so fucking long. Basically what I'm trying to say is, sure, we may have done some of the story, but we mostly fucked around Radiator Springs, and the devs knew that. In the enhanced Xbox 360 version of the game, there's an interview with the developers at Rainbow Studios discussing the making of the game and their inspirations and stuff. Let's take a quick look, since I find it pretty interesting.
Come out of the movie, you had a great experience, you got your 2 hours, you can't wait to go see it again, but you wonder what else is in that world.
You can go and drive out there and check out Radiator Springs and everything around it.
It's rare to see this kind of open environment that we can kind of get around and play around with for a kids game. And we wanted to give the kids the freedom to really kind of have fun and explore.
You get to go out and chase down speeders as Sheriff and rescue abandoned tires as Luigi. He loves his tires. Go tractor tipping with McQueen and Mater. And then we've also got some games that take place on the freeway, the interstate, later on in the game, where you get to play a big open world to explore new areas that you didn't see in the movie, new characters that you didn't see in the movie.
So much of the movie is about just enjoying your time in that town. And for me, in playing the game, it was like a real opportunity to just spend time in that world.
We wanted to deliver something that both racing fans and adventurers can enjoy the same game. Anybody can sit down, grab a controller, play it, and they can have a great time with it.
We deliver a fun, simple arcade racing experience that's accessible to gamers. I think kids of all ages and families are just going to love this game.
You see? The whole game is pretty much designed for us to fuck around and do what we wanted. Do you just want to explore the vast open world? Go nuts. Do you want to go do missions and hang out with your favorite characters from the movie? Go right ahead. Do you want to go win the Piston Cup? What did we just fucking do? Point is, they were passionate about making the game and just wanted to give the kids and their families a familiar yet unfamiliar open world to explore. In the movie, most of the time is spent on Main Street of Radiator Springs, so you get really familiar with the general layout. Then you may wonder, where's Willie's View? How exactly do you get the wheel well? Is there something down this road that we never saw in the movie? Obviously, all the landmarks from the movie were put into the game. The devs went out of their way to fill in the blanks with their own ideas, and ideas from the movie that never made the final cut, like the Queen's guys or the British guys, for example. They did such a good job that they ended up practically reusing the same general layout for 2 more games. Though to be fair, Mater National blocked a ton of paths for no reason, and Racerama practically uses an interconnected TVG map. But Mater National also has some continuity with TVG in the movie. This road is paved all the way down here. Throughout the game, you slowly build up this racing headquarters. Also, Ornament Valley got decked out with an airport and all this other shit. In Racerama, almost everything except this road and the racing headquarters were cut. If I want to actually make Mater National and Racerama videos, I'd be pulling some shit out of my ass like the Cars Multiverse, where there's parallel universes where Mater National and Racerama are canon. Tons where each Mater's Tall Tales cartoon is canon. One where Cars 2 actually happened, and so on and so forth. That's more so up Quentin Reviews' alley. If he ever finishes the downward spiral that is Dan Schneider's Nickelodeon sitcoms, there's another 8-hour video for him. Who knows, maybe someone will actually make a texture mod where Lightning becomes Garfield. Well, I completely derailed the video. Let's just wrap it up here. Rainbow Studios actually did it. They made a good license game. Only a couple other games hold that status, but they actually made one. If you're passionate about a game you're making, there is a much better chance your game will actually turn out good. These guys were definitely passionate about the source material, and look what we got. I mean, sure, we were memeing on it the whole time, but that's just what we do. I mean, come on. I'm the asshole who slowly turned a raw playthrough of a Sonic ROM hack into a YouTube poop. Anyway, new videos coming whenever I actually finish them. Ka-chow.